You ever wake up one day and feel like the world completely shifted while you were still stuck in yesterday? That's exactly how I felt when I saw Nvidia's market cap pass Apple's. Yeah, Apple. The freaking iPhone company. The one that basically was the 2010s. Overtaken by a company I mostly just associated with gaming nerds and Reddit threads about overheating graphics cards. But this isn't about money. Not really. It's about power. Quiet, sneaky, behind the scenes kind of power. The kind that builds slowly until one day you look around and realize, wait, who's actually running this show? So, yeah, let me walk you through how NVIDIA became that kind of powerful. I still remember my first gaming PC. I was like 17, totally broke, saving up for months just to play Call of Duty without the screen freezing every 5 seconds. I finally got an NVIDIA GTX 660. I swear it felt like magic. Suddenly, everything was smoother, prettier. I was obsessed. Back then, NVIDIA was the brand for gamers. Not flashy, not cool, but respected, reliable. I don't think any of us saw what was coming next. Somewhere around 2012, I wasn't paying much attention, to be honest. NVIDIA started making a different kind of move. And it was subtle. Like, wait, are they still a gaming company? Subtle. Turns out the same GPUs that made games look beautiful, they were really good at something else. Parallel processing, like scary good. Deep learning, neural networks, training massive AI models, all that needed crazy computing power, and NVIDIA's chips, perfect for the job. I feel like no one outside the tech bubble noticed. I sure didn't. I was still messing around with Skyrim mods, but NVIDIA, they were already thinking 10 years ahead. Fast forward a bit. By 2020, NVIDIA wasn't just a gaming brand anymore. They were the heart of the AI gold rush. Want to build an AI startup? You probably need NVIDIA. Self-driving cars? NVIDIA again. Supercomputers solving weather models or cancer research? Yep, NVIDIA. It's like they became the power grid for intelligence itself. And the wild part? They weren't even making the AI, they were just building the roads for it. And suddenly, everyone was driving on their highway. Okay, this is the part that kind of freaks me out. NVIDIA doesn't own AI, but they own the tools that AI needs to exist. And that's maybe even more powerful. It's like, imagine every single internet server in the world ran on equipment made by one company. That company could raise prices, limit access, decide who builds what. That's not just influence, that's leverage. And NVIDIA, they have it. This dude, soft-spoken, always in that black leather jacket, might just be the least flashy tech CEO out there, but man, he called this whole thing. He bet the company on AI before AI was even cool. Before GPTs and Mid-Journeys and all the hype, he was already redesigning NVIDIA's architecture for a future no one could see yet. Honestly, part of me wonders if the guy has a time machine. He's not on the covers like Musk or Bezos, but if you ask me, he might be the most influential CEO on the planet right now. And no one's really noticing. And honestly, that low-key vibe makes it even more unsettling. So here's the weird part. NVIDIA didn't twist anyone's arm. They didn't bribe or bully their way to dominance. They just built the best stuff. And now everyone's hooked. Google, OpenAI, Amazon, they need NVIDIA chips. But what happens when one supplier controls everything? It's not just success at that point, it's infrastructure. It's like they didn't just win the race. They built the track, own the starting line, and rent out the shoes. Don't get me wrong. I admire the hell out of what NVIDIA's done, like for real. They earned it, took real risks, saw the long game. But I can't help wondering, at what point does innovation start to feel like quiet domination? Because when one company becomes essential to how the entire AI industry runs, that's not just a win, that's a chokehold. And yeah, maybe we're all fine with it now because things are exciting and shiny and everyone's hyped about AI, but what happens when NVIDIA decides to raise prices, or slow down supply, or say no to a country? That's real power, like soft empire kind of power. And yeah, let's not forget the international part. The US relies on NVIDIA. China's obsessed with catching up. But the US government literally banned NVIDIA from selling its best chips to them. Other countries are scrambling to make their own versions, but they're years behind. So now, Nvidia isn't just a company, it's a chess piece in global politics. And nobody voted for that. Nobody elected Jensen Huang to be the gatekeeper of machine intelligence. It just happened. Honestly, I don't know. I still geek out about GPUs. I still watch benchmark videos on YouTube like a dork, but deep down, there's this uneasy feeling. Like, we blinked, and now one company quietly owns the future. And they didn't make a lot of noise. They just became too necessary to ignore. And that, my friend, is way scarier than anything loud. All right, I said enough. Maybe I'm just spiraling over a graphics card company, or maybe this is one of the biggest power shifts we've ever seen, and we're all too distracted to notice. What do you think? Is Nvidia the genius of our generation, or the first quiet overlord of a new kind of empire? Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk about it. And yeah, if you found this interesting, hit the like, share it with someone who still thinks Nvidia only makes gaming gear, and I'll catch you in the next one.